Yes, I am well aware that this is actually an SUV, but it's much lower than most SUVs, and it's actually more the size of a wagon. So while others may call this an SUV, I'm going to review this as a wagon.
Wagons have become popular again. Why? Because they give you everything that an SUV offers, plus it gives you the car ride. And that's why the 2026 Volvo XC60 Hybrid has become a popular choice for many people. Not just because of the European design, but the styling, the detail. And for 2026, there are a few changes, but I'm starting to see more and more of these on the road. Starting with the front of the car, you're going to notice something right away. This headlight design, that is called Thor's hammer. It is part of the design cue that Volvo has always had. In addition to that Volvo logo where it hides all those safety features which are standard, you will see this line right here. And what does that mean? That little arrow tells you where the release is for the hood. A Volvo internal told me that. I do like this new grille in front. I think it is more modern and certainly more European. That release is right here, and then you can get under the hood. Under the hood of our test vehicle is a 2-liter turbocharged engine with 247 horsepower and 266 pound-feet of torque. This is a 48-volt hybrid system, which is a mild hybrid. Plug-in hybrid is also available if you choose that option. It'll be a little bit more expensive. Backed by an 8-speed automatic transmission with a 0 to 60 time of 7.4 seconds. This vehicle is very perky. 26 miles to the gallon combined. Our test vehicle is all-wheel drive, and it does have the optional active safety system, which is $1,800. Volvo is synonymous with safety. They invented the seatbelt. Stop-and-go adaptive cruise control, traffic sign recognition, front and rear parking sensors, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, forward and reverse automatic braking, and rain sensing wipers are all standard. The only thing that's optional is the pilot assist, which is a lane centering system, which has become popular. Personally, I don't use it. I like to drive. I'm not a cruise control person, but if you love cruise control, this is a system that will give you a little bit of a break on a long road trip. Our test vehicle has optional 22-inch alloy wheels that are $1,475. Our test vehicle has black roof rails and a gigantic glass panoramic roof. Also note that you have privacy glass on the second row and across the back. The side mirrors fold in when you lock the vehicle, and it also has turn signal indicators here just for safety. That's what Volvo's known for. New for 2026 is this gigantic 11.2-inch screen, which does have a faster processor, which is one of the things I complained about in the past. They've corrected that by using a Google-based system, which means you get navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a lot of features when the vehicle is parked. Our test vehicle has the optional head-up display. Standard is a 10-speaker audio system, or you can get the Harman Kardon upgraded system, but our vehicle has the top trim-level Bowers & Wilkins audio, which has speakers in the center, speakers on the side, beautiful grates. All this modern detail really stands out. This is a European car with European design. The Bowers & Wilkins system is an additional $3,200. A wireless charger is standard on this vehicle. It is located here in front of the shifter, which is a beautiful Orifers Crystal, which is a Swedish company. Beautiful shifter. They're known for this. I just think that's just a nice little detail to let the Swedes know, yes, you are part of every car they build. There are 4 USB-C charge ports, and our vehicle has the optional climate package for $750. But it does have heated leather seats, as well as massaging, which is very nice, and vented seats as well. Beautiful materials, beautiful design, and extremely comfortable seating. One of the really nice features of this vehicle is the beautiful leather dashboard, hand-stitched and real wood throughout. Just beautiful materials, top quality. This is not an entry-level vehicle. This is a luxury car. There is also memory seating for both driver and passenger side. Heading into the second row, that gigantic panoramic roof goes all the way back, so everybody's going to get some sunlight, or you can just put it halfway back if you prefer. There are 2 pockets behind each of the seat, both netted. Behind the center console, you have heated seats, as well as climate control and 2 vents, and more charge ports here in the center. Cup holders are here, and the seats do fold down 40-60, and you are not getting horrible flat seats in the second row. You are getting contoured seats that are beautiful with 2 latch systems on the outboard seating for child safety seats. Additionally, one traditional thing you'll see in a lot of European cars is a pass-through for skis. Because skiing is a very popular sport in Europe, there is a pass-through here. Because if you put down these seats, sure, you can put a lot of gear. But if you can just fold down this little center area, you will get a spot for your skis. There are also vents that are in the B pillar so that you can adjust your climate control. And there are additional vents in the center behind the center console. The warranty on the Volvo XC60 is 4 years, 50,000 miles. It does include a maintenance package for 2 years or 20,000 miles and roadside assistance for 4 years or 50,000 miles, which will save you a few dollars. Now, looking at the back of this vehicle, you've got that integrated light right here for your upper brake light. The wiper here, which again, I'd love to see tucked up underneath, which is what I say all the time. But in this case, there's really no space for that. Volvo located all the way across the back. XC60, beautiful LED taillights that go along with the styling that they've always had in the Volvo products. This is a B5 all-wheel drive, really nice and clean. I like the black details as far as trim. This vehicle has a very sporty feel and drives that way as well. We're going to test drive this in just a second, but I do want to show you the cargo space. Cargo space with the second row up is 21.6 cubic feet of storage. Fold down that second row and you're almost at 50 cubic feet of storage, which is a lot more than most SUVs in this category. One nice little feature this vehicle has that you can see, you can lower the rear of the vehicle or raise it back up, especially if you're putting in luggage or you've got an animal or something that's heavy. It's a nice little feature to have. And one thing a lot of the competitors don't have is a spare tire. A very nice feature to have. Although it is a mini spare, it's still good to have something so you don't get stuck on the side of the road. One of the things I've always loved about Volvo product is the driving dynamics. It is just a European car that is easy to drive. It is very connected to the roadway. You've always got a quiet ride. You've got more than enough power than you need, and a very modern and spacious interior, which is really, really important. For Volvo, the XC60 has been the #1 selling vehicle in the US. But now it's also the #1 selling vehicle in the world. Now it is available as a plug-in hybrid, and a hybrid or a gas version. And I like the fact that you have choices. And of course, Volvo has a full lineup of electric vehicles as well. They've always been about safety, and you certainly can feel that connectivity when you drive them. I've always just really felt this is right up there with Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and Audi. Now we're not talking about the performance trim levels. We're talking about all of the normal cars that everybody drives. When you're going to go performance cars, each vehicle has their own specialty. For Volvo, that's not what they're about. They're about safety, having off-road ability, not Jeep type ability, but the ability to go to a trailhead, go kayaking, go biking, enjoying the great outdoors. They've really connected their vehicle with that brand, and they've really made some big changes for 26. Not just the center screen, which has the faster processor, the interior materials, the massaging seats, which of course I love, and it's like a $600 option. And as far as I'm concerned, I would buy this option. I know it's $600, but let's be honest, it's one of those features you can use for a long road trip, and these vehicles are designed for that. Whether you're using something on the roof rack or storage in back, there's more than enough storage, and more than that of many of the SUVs that compete in this category. And we'll talk about that in just a second. The center screen is nice, but it doesn't have wireless connectivity for Apple CarPlay, and as an Apple phone user, I find that kind of frustrating. And these are one of the things that a lot of brands have switched to this Google-based center screen for navigation and everything else. And you can see it's really nice and crystal clear. But having to plug in to use Apple CarPlay, well, it's not just a Volvo thing. It's a lot of brands, including General Motors brands, that have all switched to this GM platform. But I give them credit for including the navigation, because some brands, including some premium luxury brands that are part of that competitor set, do not include, I can't believe it, navigation. So it is included, everything is here. Fabulous audio systems. I really like Bowers & Wilkins. It is a premium brand. And Volvo has done some really unique things in some of their other trim levels. We drove one that had the Abbey Road audio system, which I was super impressed with. Abbey Road is not available in this car, but maybe in the future we'll see Abbey Road product, which is just a spectacular audio system, being injected into the lineup. But overall, you're getting everything you want. Fabulous visibility. The hood slopes down. The sill heights are just about right. And even out the back, that it's a wagon, you've got better visibility than many of the SUVs that compete in this category. Overall, I see why Volvo has done so well. All right, let's look at my pros and cons, the price, and that long competitor set. And don't forget, all of our news is on Car Coach Reports. And don't forget to check out our radio show, The Drive with Lauren and Carl. The 2026 Volvo XC60 starts at $49,700 and goes up to $79,800. Our test vehicle is an all-wheel drive. It is a hybrid and came in at $68,770. There are some pros and cons when it comes to the 2026 Volvo XC60. I love the design. It is really fun to drive. And remember that wagons are coming back. Think of them as Avants or shooting brakes, which is what they call them in Europe, because you get the best of all worlds, that car ride and that SUV capability, because the seats fold down. This car really is much different than many of its competitors. The interior is modern. The processors are faster, and this vehicle really has made some improvements for 2026. Many of the safety features are standard except for that one lane centering. Personally, I wouldn't buy that, but if you want that, it is available. And there is a plug-in hybrid also available. On the negative side, it doesn't handle like a car. It does handle like a wagon because it's actually a pretty good sized vehicle. And there is no wireless connectivity for your phone, which I think should be standard, although there is places to plug in. That competitor list is long. We've driven them all and they're on our Car Smarts channel. The Genesis GV70, Mercedes GLC, BMW X3, Audi Q5, Lexus NX, Acura RDX, Infiniti QX65, and the Porsche Macan. There's more details in the description below, as well as all my social media. If you'd like to support our channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. That's listed down below. There's a link for that. Don't forget to check out our other channel, Car Coach Reports, where you can get car news, and the Drive radio show. You can find that on YouTube at The Drive Car Show. I'm LaurenFix. Thanks so much for watching.